Alright folks, how's it going? Welcome to Build a Better Mindset with Bear Strong. This is the first video that will actually be shared to everybody on YouTube. This is a part of our Build a Better Mindset through Bear Strong online coaching, where we're uploading content and videos like this here sort of on the daily at the moment, but it's promised on weekly, but they're being fired up constantly at the moment. So this is the first one we're actually sharing out to everybody on YouTube, and we will be sharing sort of one in every 6 videos will be shared to the public that we make for this program. So program, guys, if you're interested in it, is available at www.bearstrong.co.uk. Go to Build a Better Mindset Coaching. You have the choice, guys, to sign up to the sort of like blog sort of setup where all this content is constantly coming at you every day, and you can watch it and view it and work away yourself with it. Or you have the option, guys, where you can actually work with me direct one-on-one, where I can help literally coach you from the start right the way through the process. So we get you to the stage, guys, where you're going to be more motivated, you're going to be living a happier lifestyle. You're going to be learn how to manage your stress, your anxiety, your depression, and be in a much better position in life to get the best you we possibly can, and that is what it's all about. So guys, today I'm going to share sort of up there with the top 3 tips for building a better mindset, but bear in mind, guys, these are like 3 that I pulled out of my head whenever there is hundreds and hundreds of things that we can do to better our mindset, yes, but just better in ourselves in general and giving us a better quality of life, which is about what this program is all about. It's about having a better quality in life on all aspects of life as well. It's been brilliant to see, guys, so far the work that's getting done by the guys who have signed up. Great to see your progress so far. You're doing really well. Now, prior to this video, guys, and bear this in mind, this will be more information for the guys who have signed up as well as everybody out there on our YouTube. But bear in mind that there has been groundwork done by our online clients prior to this year. Before really even starting to think about this type of stuff, we've covered the basics, got the foundations in place before we move on to this stage of actually getting stuck into this type of stuff. So this is a wee bit more advanced along the journey. But the groundwork, guys, it doesn't work without it. You have to do the groundwork. You have to get that strong base mentally before we can start moving on and getting ahead of ourselves. So definitely check it out, guys. If you haven't checked it out already, go to www.bearstrong.co.uk and check out the course. Give it a go for a month. Give me 2 months, and if you're not at a far better place, then fair enough. But I would be really, really surprised if you're not excelling as long as you're doing the work yourself as well. So guys, first tip, a big one I get asked all the time, and it does have a big factor on your mental health. How do you deal with negativity and hate? First of all, let's separate the two because they are 2 different things. Let's look at hate first. So hate is a thing that comes normally direct from a person towards you about something specific about you. That's normally what hate is. It's very direct. It's very aimed towards you, and it's about something about you that they don't like, whether that's your race, sexuality, just even your content. You know, like people might hate this and hate me for this here. Hate comes in all different shapes and forms. How I've learned to deal with hate, I think that first and foremost, what you have to do is look at the person who's bringing hate towards you. And I'm not saying to give that person any of your time, because that's definitely not what you want to do. But if you want to get, say you get a message of hate from somebody, you get a comment in below a post and it's full of hate, just take 5 seconds, because you do need to process it. You can't just like ignore it, because no matter how mentally strong you are, I think being busy does help because you just move on to something else. But no matter how mentally strong you are, it'll be there and it'll be flickering in the back of your mind. So let's get rid of it instead of ignoring it. Alright, because saying I just ignore it is easier said than done. And I've seen so many people on social media who go along the lines of, oh, I love the hate, I love the hate. No, you're only kidding your fucking self. No, nobody loves the hate. You know, I understand where they're coming from, is because they're saying you only get hate when you're successful, which is absolutely true. Like, it couldn't be more true. But we still don't love it. You know what I mean? Like, nobody loves it. So let's address it, right? You get hate of some type, shape or form. Let's look at where the hate comes from. So let's take 5 seconds, 10 seconds to look at this person. If they send it online, if they send it to you direct, just take 5 seconds and look at that person. Look at their life. Look what they got around them. Look at their profiles on Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is. Look at the profile pictures. Look at them. Be fucking shady if you want to be shady. And within 10, 15 seconds, you will honestly and wholeheartedly be able to say to yourself, this person's beneath me, and that's why they're giving me hate. I've never seen it the other way around, guys. There's a lot of people out there, guys, who will comment about what I'm doing now, working with people in their mindset, and they will dish hate. Of course they will dish hate, but it'll never come from somebody who is also a mindset coach and doing really well for themselves. Do you know what I mean? It will always come from beneath. It'll never ever come from above. And that's always the case with hate, bullying, whatever. It never ever comes from above. People who are above you rarely want to bring you down. And if you do find that is the case, if you do find that somebody is technically doing better at one aspect in life than what you are, and they're giving you hate, there's something there. There's an insecurity that's there within that person that they have to give hate about this here. I've had it before where people who have been really successful in business, who dished hate to me, and initially I was like, what the fuck's this guy's problem? And when you quickly look at the person and look at them and what's going on in their life, you know, there's a lot of aspects that hate could be coming from. One, me being open about my sexuality and stuff like that, it does bring a lot of hate from people who can't be like that and aren't like that yet, and it just randomly brings hate out of people. My size, being big, brings hate out in people. Being married, being happy in love brings hate out in people. Being fucking good looking brings hate out in people. So like, if somebody is giving you hate, who actually is doing really well for themselves in one aspect of life, you'll find that hate is coming from another aspect of their life, another insecurity. Everybody, I mean everybody, has insecurities in life. The most successful people in the world have insecurities in their life. I don't give I will argue that black and blue. You normally find that the most successful people in the world can have the strongest insecurities because they have flipped that insecurity for success. You know, they've owned it, they've made use of it, and they've driven it to make them a better person, a more successful person. So when it comes to hate, and I'm going to give this a wee plug, finally understand kindness unites people. There's no time for hate. www.bearstrong.co.uk/shop if you want your fuck up t-shirt. And negativity then is different, okay? Negativity is different, okay? Negativity can come from the people who love you more than anything in life. Negativity can come from your friends. Negativity can come in your work. How fucking Barbara, who sits beside you at work, could be fucking such a negative old bitch about her own life, but it crosses over into you. Negativity is a harder one, I think, to take control of because it's not direct at you. You sometimes can't challenge it straight on. Do you know what I mean? You could have a friend who every time you meet her, you know, poor bitch, like, not her fault, or him, every time you meet her, they just whine on and on and on, and this is a problem, and that is a problem, and this person's a fucker, and that person's a fucker, and every time you talk to them, they're just adamant of wanting to be a negative person all the time. You know, I have people in my life who I absolutely, you know, who would be required as being a friend, a good friend, and just being in their company, they could never really get a positive conversation going. It's always negative, and it's just their way. Do you know what I mean? It's just their way of making conversation and talking, but it's always very negative. So like, I always sit and smile when I'm talking to them. I'll always sit with a grin on my face and smile. That's keeping my mood up, that's keeping me positive, and it's also encouraging them to change things in a more positive way. I don't tackle the negativity in what they say. Like, I don't try to correct them or say, well, actually, if you look at it this way, or, oh no, it could be this. You know, I just let them work on and listen, because at the end of the day, it's not their fault. Now, you can get negativity in a lot of other ways, where you could turn around and say to your partner, friend, family member, I'm going to start working with Chris McNaughton, a one-on-one online coach, to better myself, to become better at business, or to do better in training, or just to be happier in life. And your family, friends turn around to you and say, what the fuck are you paying that boy money just to be fucking happier? Is there something wrong with you? Do you know what I mean? That is something that I've got a lot of time. You know, where I decided to do something, invest money in something, and be like, what are you doing spending that money in that there? Like, you know, don't be spending money in that there. Like, just you'll figure it out. You know, you'll get there. Not everybody will understand the things that got there, and that is a lack of understanding and education and experience by people, where they don't realise that, you know, you have to invest in yourself to better yourself. You have to invest in your business to be a better business. You know, for the first 4 years of owning a gym, I put every penny back into it. I kept buying and buying and buying. And if you look at the picture when we first opened 6 years ago last week, first open, I was so embarrassed by the how empty that gym was. Like, it was so, like, everybody talked at the start about how spacious it was. Fucking right, it was spacious. There was fuck all equipment in it. I can't believe I actually opened a gym that was like, had such little equipment, and actually made it a success as well, which is crazy. But like, you know, every time I got money, I bought to make it better. I bought to make it better. I bought to make it bigger. And 3-4 years doing that, spending thousands of pounds a month, like, you know, that's a lot of money. That's hard to do, like, you know, and it's a long investment, that. But now it's at the stage where it's just maintenance and looking after it and buying the odd wee bit, you know, as things progress and change, you know. But yeah, loads of people would have turned around and said, look, Chris, it's fine, it's doing alright. You don't need to buy a machine, you don't need to spend $2,000 on this, you don't need to spend $2,000 on that, you know, it's fine. Like, sure, it's doing well, it's doing alright, it's ticking over, it's doing alright, you know. You know yourself, guys. You know yourselves when it comes to stuff like that there. Like, you know, if you want to better yourself, you have to invest in yourself. It's as simple as that there. So yes, negativity can come in a lot of ways, and it can come in it doesn't come, I find, in such a direct way. It's almost indirect. But you stand strong and looking after yourself and protecting them things, sort of like putting mental shields up against them by focusing on what you're doing. Like, for example, guys, I worked in the banking world for 6 years. I fucking hated it. I cannot tell you how much I hated going into that place. It was filled with negativity and negative people. Like, oh my god, it was so bad. Like, it was so bad. A lot of people who were earning a fortune trying to justify their life in some way, shape or form was why they were doing it, and their whole life was consumed with fucking the banking world. It was just and it was so negative, and all I wanted to do was to be one of the best strongmen in the country. That was my goal, that was my ambition. That's all I wanted to do, was to be one of the best strongmen in the country. I didn't give a fuck about 6 figures in my bank account. I didn't give a shit about this and that and all the rest of it. You know, I just wanted to come in, do my job, have good crack, good banter with people. You know, I didn't care about all this bitching and slabbering and, you know, nonsense. And it was on the daily for 12-hour shifts too. It was horrible. So my focus was, when it got bad, my focus was that job made me money to be a better strongman. That job paid flights to go to strongman shows when we never used to get them paid. That job paid for hotels, accommodation, supplements, gym fee, clothing, food, all that stuff. That job paid for me to do what I wanted to do with my life. And without it, I couldn't have done it. So my focus was strongman. So any chance I got, when I was on lunch, I was on break, when I fucking went to the toilet for shite and was in there for fucking 20 minutes, and I sat and I watched YouTube videos of strongman competitions. Like, I watched it all the time, and people were like, "Is that all that's in your life?" Well, I don't watch this when I get home. I only watch it in here to keep my mindset focused on what I want. That's the only reason I'm watching this, guys. I didn't say this to them, like, but that's what I was thinking. The only reason I'm watching this, guys, is to blank you and your negativity the fuck out of my mind, and to stay focused on why I'm here and why I'm doing this. On my shaker, I used to write in my shaker, it was a tip from my dad that I got from his job: don't let the bastards grind you down. And which went down really bad when the supervisor found it one day and asked what the hell it was for or what it was about. So yes, like, we will go into this a lot more, guys, throughout the course. This is just a quick skim over these subjects, guys. So like, we will 100% go through this in a lot more detail in the course. Build a better mindset. So if you haven't signed up yet, guys, and you really want to get stuck into this, go to the website, check it out. It's up to you. If you want to genuinely get better from your life, get better from your mindset, get on board, get working with me, get on a Zoom call here face to face with me, and we'll talk shit through. It's really, really going to make a huge difference in your life. And within 8 to 12 weeks, guys, of working with me, I guarantee you will be in a much, much better place. Much more focused, much more motivated, much more determined, and heading towards the fucking success that you want to have. Alright, there's spent a lot of time in that first point, so let's move on to the second point. Setting goals and being liable to your results. Setting goals is huge. If you don't have a goal set, then how do you know what the fuck you're doing in life? How do you know what the fuck you're doing this week? How do you know what you're doing today? How do you know what you get done by the end of the day if you've no goals set? Yearly, monthly, weekly, daily goals. Constantly. My goal for the day is to get 4 videos of great content out. That's my goal for the day. That, find my car keys, don't know where the hell it is, and wash the car as well. Those are my goals for today, and cook dinner for hubby coming home at 5. Those are my goals for the day, guys. They've been set in place. I know what I'm doing today. I'm getting it done. I'm working through it. I'm moving on tomorrow for tomorrow's goals. I've also got my weekly goals. My weekly goals is to get 20 videos of content out in the next week. I.e. next week, today's Sunday, so I'm getting a head start today. 20 content videos. Like, it's going to be hard, but it's going to fucking happen. It's going to be fucking thanks to coffee and Red Bull. But yeah, those are my goals. I have my goals. I'm liable at the moment myself to my goals. I'm starting to work with a coach myself, and that liability of working with a coach will be brilliant. So guys, this is where working with a coach really comes into play, because you'll be talking to me on a monthly basis. We'll be checking in and we'll be saying, right, how have you got on with... I'll be setting the goals for you, but right, here's your goals, this is what you're doing. We'll work it out together, work exactly what you want to do. And then I'll be chasing you up, be like, right, did you get this done? You get that done? You get this done? Yes. No. Why not? And being liable to them goals is huge, guys. If you set your goals, if you plan it out, if you work it out, and you set your goals and you smash your goals every week, if you do what is set out for you to do every week, and this, guys, this doesn't matter if you're employed by somebody else or self-employed or anything. That is irrelevant to this here, because if you're employed by somebody else and you have a 9-to-5 job or whatever, I'd like to think you still have stuff going on in your own life too, and you have goals in your own life that you want to get smashed and things you want to achieve, and all aspects of it, whether it's family life, whether it's financially, whether it's part-time business, whether it's training, whether it's your dating life, your friendships, your socialising, overcoming your anxiety, your stress, getting a happier, less depressed way of life. The list goes on, guys. Like, there's always ways of bettering yourself. So goals does not mean, when I say setting goals, it does not mean money. It does not mean fitness. It does not mean work-wise. It can be in every aspect of life. You could have a goal that once a week you visit your family. You could have a goal of going on 2 dates a week. Those are all things that I can help you with, because when I make you a more confident person, which I will, then the rest is taken care of. Right. Take time, and this is the thing that I believe people who really have it nailed, this is the thing they do. They take time to think, plan, and process. Now, people who are successful in life are hugely busy. Of course they are. I live a very, very busy lifestyle. What was it? 2 months ago, I decided to do this full time. I decided to work as an online coach, working with people on their mental health and their mindset full time. Now, I've done it for the past 3 years. I have changed so many lives in the past 3 years. I've saved so many lives in the past 3 years that it's made me want to do this full time. This has made me want to do this as my career. And before I made this decision, and I've done this so many times in life, I spent 3 weeks of doing nothing but thinking. Now that's hard when you're self-employed, but the problem is, and here's what the problem was, when I took that time to think, I didn't bother working. I did the odd wee bit here or there, you know what I mean? So I would have done a few sports massages and stuff like that there. But the problem was, right, I'm trying to plan out my next step in life while working my balls off in the job that I'm in now. And what would have happened, and I would have known what would have happened, was when I was working on that and receiving income on that this thought of doing this is what I really want to do, that this is what I really want to do, and I know that in my heart of heart, but it would have left me because I would have been too stuck into what I was doing, and I would have got the mindset coming in and been like, look, you're making money here, you're doing okay, you don't need to go down this other route. It's you know, and it would have started to become a not possible thing, or it just would have drifted out of my mind. So I need to actually take time to step back, to step into a room of nothing, if you like, to make a decision of what you want to do next. And that's exactly what I did. I spent weeks of really thinking, putting my mindset in a good positive place, and it paid off, because at the end of it I was like, I know exactly what I want now. Let's get stuck in. I know exactly what I want it to look. I know how I want to be after 2 or 3 months. I know my plans and I know my process for moving forward, and I want to make this amazing. I want to make this the best possible thing that I can. And that was by taking that time away and thinking it through. Now, when I say to take that time to think, I'm not saying take 2 or 3 weeks. Like, my 2 or 3 weeks there was for literally a big change in my life. For you guys, it could be a weekend away, it could be a couple of hours out for a walk. It's just time away from everything to think. You know, me doing this work now, my phone is deliberately upstairs out of the road so I can concentrate on this. It's giving me time to think about this and process this. It's taking me away from distractions. That is what's most important. You need to be away from distractions. Distractions in life will take you away from your life. Do you know what I mean? The phones is the worst thing. The best thing at times, but the worst thing about distracting us away from what we actually want in our lives and where we're going to and what direction we're wanting to go in. So guys, those are my top 3 tips. Maybe not top 3, but they're 3 big ones, okay? Coping and dealing with negativity and hate. Mastering that is a big thing, definitely a big thing. Setting goals and being liable to your results, huge, definitely huge. And taking time to think, plan and process. Now guys, as I said, those are just 3 things out of hundreds of things that I have going on online. Content is getting updated constantly. I want to work with more of you guys. So if you want to better your mental health and your mindset, if you want to become a more motivated, inspired, confident, happier person, come and work with Bear Strong. Come and work with me for 8 to 12 weeks, and we will take you to a much, much better place. Guys, it is not a generic online thing that everybody gets the same shit. You're working with me one-on-one here, like this here, except on Zoom, on calls. We're working together. I'm working through your shit myself, not anybody else, me. And yeah, you're working with me, guys. It's this is my humble abode. This is my office at my home, as well as an office in my office. And it's so that I can be here with you guys and work one-on-one. So I want you guys, and I want to work with you guys. So let's get stuck in. Like, let's take you guys to a much better place. A much better place, just general happiness, confidence, teaching you to deal with so many things. Just tailored to you guys. Let's take you to a better financial situation. Let's get you earning more money. Let's get you a better physical, mental state. and we'll make it happen. We really will. So guys, if you haven't already, check out www.bearstrong.co.uk for the Build a Better Mindset course and to get signed up and to get stuck in. Also check out our shop, www.bearstrong.co.uk/shop for our new range, Fuck Up. Fuck Up is our anti-hate brand. It's in connection with Bear Strong. We've also got a lot of Bear Strong clothing online as well now. We've got Big, I've got Buried and Below Stock. So everyone's ready to get out the fuck. So get on and get buying. Hope to see you guys soon. Hope to see you signing up soon. Head online to register your interest, guys, or to get signed up. In the meantime, guys, take care. Put them tips into action. Give them some thought. Head out for a walk there for an hour or so. This, by the way, anybody was like this come up again, go out for a walk. Put your headphones on. Listen to me that way. You don't need to look at me. I'm not that pretty. It's the best way for things to sink into your mindset. It's exactly what I would do. So, guys, take care. Love yous loads, and talk to you soon.